Hello there, Virgo. I'm Michelle B, and I created a monthly reading for you, 25, 30 minutes or so. And I'm just going to give you a quick overview on what I found out in the reading. But there's a link in the description box below this video that will take you over to the Vimeo site so that you can watch the video that I created. Nice long one. And I go really in depth in the reading. So what I like to start with, April, right? Virgo, April 2021, I like to start with what to embrace and what to leave behind for the month ahead. So what to embrace, we got the Temperance card. It's the journey of self-healing. See how this angel is on the end of a long challenging road, and now finally she's at the watering hole, and they're the waters of healing, and she's got the cups and she's balancing the water inside of the cups, and so she's finally at the point of healing, and she's releasing her guilt about disappointing others. So what to embrace that you are on the path of doing for you, taking care of yourself, and you're releasing your guilt about feeling like you always have to be doing things for other people. Somehow you got it in your head, essentially. I mean, because Virgo is so service oriented, I guess it's kind of our karma. I'm a Virgo, by the way, Virgo sun. So there's this all of this weight of always feeling like other people are dependent on you in order to survive, in order to be happy. And that's put you in an unhealthy state, an unhappy state for a long time. It's time to rise out of that, and know that taking care of your health is actually taking care of other people in the long run. And so you're releasing attachment to how they feel, how they potentially feel about it. I don't think it's that they really care that much. The people that do care that much, they'll get used to it. And if they really love you, they will still be in your life and they'll still love you. So anyway, going on, I like to use those energies to pivot into talking about, it's like it sets the tone for the rest of the reading, which I call my triad of awesomeness. It's purpose, prosperity, and love. By purpose, I'm talking about like soul purpose, meaning what you've come to. My little boy's singing a little song. It sounds like do 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 do. I gotta remember where that tune's from. It feels like it's like Wonder Woman or something. Anyway, where was I? The reason that you're here on this planet in this physical body is there's something you got to do, and it's got to benefit not just you but other people around you, or other people around you, one person or millions of people that you're influencing. The card that I had come up for that was the Three of Swords. Interesting. What did I write in my notes here for the Three of Swords, why this would come up? I wrote, understanding that you've been betraying yourself. You're the one that's been doing this to you. What happens is that you try to anticipate what other people will need so that you don't disappoint them, so that you can always be a good person. You can always do what's right and take care of other people. And what happens is that they either don't want your help, or they take advantage of your help because they think that you're just there for that. And that's, you belittle yourself, and therefore they belittle you, right? And so then you feel betrayed because they're not using your energy to its greatest good. Well, it's time to stop doing that to yourself, right? It's time to stop betraying yourself. It's time to start taking care of yourself. And so, what did I write? Understanding that you've been betraying yourself, being clear about your responsibility in your perceived victimhood. You've been perceiving that you've been a victim, but you're changing that. And as you continue to become more empowered in your own choices through the month of April, you're starting to get a pulse on how you can benefit the world in a greater place than to be just a slave for the immediate people that you love. It's one thing to be a little bit helpful to people, to actually help them with things that they need help with. It's quite another to be a slave, a self-imposed slave. You've created your own, like you made yourself be a slave, essentially, just to please people, because you think that's what they want, right? But now it's time to actually serve people in a meaningful way that actually does make their lives a lot better, and doesn't leave them in a position of feeling like they're being nannied or or that they can just take advantage of you. Anyway, so moving on to your prosperity, that's your economic wealth, your economic abundance. That's your home, your food, your physical health, anything tangible that gives you freedom because it gives you a basis of stability. The energy that I had come out for that is the Two of Cups. It's a balance of feminine and masculine. So nurturing yourself before you spring out. So the nurturing is the feminine, and the springing out forward and doing things in order to increase your prosperity, that is the masculine side. So the feminine is pulling in, the masculine is going out. It's like the breath, right? You can't just keep going out and going out and going out. In the past, you've been all masculine, going out, pushing out, pushing out, pushing out for others. So it's time to pull in for you as part of the cycle of exhaling out, for creating greater and greater abundance. I go on for a good 5 minutes or longer on each of these topics. The video that I did is 30 minutes long. So I go in great depth into each of these subjects to talk about what needs to be done for you to become in greater balance. What's your guidance for you to become in alignment with your higher purpose? So finally, I looked at your love prospects. Now, when I do this reading, like I said, I go on for a while. I look at 3 different scenarios. That's those of you who are in a committed relationship, those of you who desire a committed relationship, and those of you who do not desire a committed relationship and would just like some guidance on self-love and how to navigate other intimate relationships that you might have. Okay, so I realize there's a spectrum of different kinds of relationships in between, but I try to just keep it to those, and then you can pick and choose which scenario you resonate best with. But the overall energy that I have is the 8 of Cups, it was in reverse, which shows that there is like a fear, like a feeling that you have to, it's either all or nothing kind of energy. So that's how you're feeling right now, is it's either you do everything the way that your partner or people that you care about wants you to do it, or you have to walk away completely. And the universe, God, source, the divine that created this reading, wants you to know that it doesn't have to be that way. You can give yourself space, you can take care of yourself, and you can also have close relationships. You can have both. Let's see what I wrote in my notes. Give yourself space to heal. Teach others how to treat you and what to expect from you. Allow comfort from the divine. Make some work friends and keep good boundaries. I really loved that, though. I think that was something that came up quite a bit in the reading, was teaching people how to treat you, because so far you've been teaching people how to walk all over you, and now it's time to teach people that while you're not necessarily just going to storm out of their lives, you're not going to tolerate being like treated like you're just a slave either, right? So the way you teach people that you're not a slave is to just not be their slave. You don't have to be crappy about it. You just don't do it. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather just stay home and take a bath. I'd rather stay here and pet my kitty and drink my tea. Okay, Virgo? Did that sound intriguing to you? Then go over to Vimeo. The link is in the description box below. And I will see you over there. And if this is where we part ways, make sure you're subscribed so you can check out those weekly readings that I post right here on YouTube with no Vimeo links. Yada, yada, yada. Love ya. And I'll see you later. Bye, Virgo.